is party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show. We're here in the mothership, which is Studio 22. The puppet master Mark, the perfectionist always at the helm, driving us into the nether regions of all things Ted Cruz in Cancun, Mexico. Candice, the queen of the Ethiopians. We're going to talk about your hometown right there in Cancun. Anything's possible. You could be from there. We don't know. Herbert the silent deer looks on over Candice's shoulder, making the same face of terror and shock he made the night the truck hit him. At the pub, Party Foul Steve, of course, surrounded by a whole bevy of beauties. 2 millionaire women. 2 millionaire white women. We love our privilege around here, people. Hot
privilege.
News Natalie and Lisa Page. Lisa Page made me do it. Everybody survived Snowvid 21. We survived. However, it was not without its own little pitfalls. Lisa, your house flooded.
Mm-hmm. Little is, I only wish I could describe it as little. Like just a little.
You had to
bit.
put floaties on.
Yeah. I was bobbing for air at one point.
It was bad. I don't know how the 1% lives. I really don't. But I love to be able to catch up with it through Instagram stories. So thank you for letting us just get a glimpse and condescending and let us breathe the effervescent air.
Her fingers are still pruny.
Yeah. I saw Stu in studio this morning. I ran past Stu, and Stu's not a big talker. I don't know if you guys who watch the show realize, but Stu Bergier, not a lot of words. He's a reasonably quiet guy. A lot going on in that brain up there. It weighs a lot. I walked past Stu, and I said, "I'm sorry, buddy. I know that was tough." And he goes, "It sucked." And that was all he said. And he went and he slammed the door to his dressing room. And I just felt special having heard 2 words from Stu.
I know.
But no, I felt for you guys.
Yeah, it's been, I was saying today on, I think it was Instagram I was on Instagram and a couple other people in person that really it was a blessing that all of that happened last Monday because we were able to book all the people right away. And then as it got colder and everything thawed, it's the fire sprinkler line. That's the problem. Everybody's fire sprinkler line burst, and I didn't even know what the hell that was.
Let me back you up.
Wait a minute.
Let me back you up.
House has a sprinkler fire suppression
Now, if you
system.
live in the Slake, South Lake, for those of you uneducated heathens out there, you barbarians that don't have a fire sprinkler system in your home, everybody's fire sprinkler broke. Let's back that up. Tim DiDonato, of course, chief set designer around here, art director around here, also Glenn Beck's son-in-law. He put on his Instagram story, he said, "Pray for the cactus and pray for everybody's swimming pools because they will never recover from this." And I was like, Tim DiDonato really has his finger on the pulse of Texas right now. This effing guy really has his finger on the pulse of what's making the heartbeat in America. Pray for the cactus.
Yeah.
And the pools will never recover from this whole deal. And I was like, I'm just going to swipe on past your story, Timmy. But your sprinkler line broke, and it was a mess. Did the water stink?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of times that water will get in those lines and it just sits.
Not to mention all the insulation when the ceiling fell out on Stu's head at one point was floating down my hallway. There's a ton of it in our driveway because we were taking storage bins and just grabbing throwing water out the driveway, down the driveway. Everything was icing over. So it's a disaster. Like my whole studio, sorry guys, no podcast for I don't even know how long because I don't have any equipment right now. Everything was all the plugs were underwater. So all my equipment was up on my desk, but all the plugs were underwater. And Stu did a live hit with Buck last week, and we went to go plug in my 2 ring lights.
Did you just drop Buck Sexton's name?
Oh, Buck
Did
Sexton.
You just
He doesn't
name
know
drop Buck
He
Sexton?
does not know who I am. Just saying. I'm just telling you, my ring lights didn't work, which is scary because that means all my other stuff probably doesn't work because all the plugs were in the water.
So when we had that episode where we talked about your car wreck, and all things come in threes, so you're at 2. You're at 2. I know you want to believe that, and God bless you. We're praying for you.
I don't want to know what the 3rd incident is going to be.
I don't want to know either. God bless you, girl. We just break that curse right now in the name of the Lord.
Please, Jesus.
Get away from her.
Let me just say, sit away from her.
Right now.
The ivy wall, the green wall may fall on her right there.
My dog water froze up that was outside.
That's harsh, dude. That's hardcore.
Oh my gosh! I wonder
rough
who's
looking.
going to play
Poor
you in the
dogs
movie.
out there licking ice. Let me just say, whenever you went into the whole story about your car wreck, there were numerous comments on the live chat on YouTube during the show. People said, we really don't care about what a millionaire woman has to say that is so privileged. And I'm like, I care. I care because I'm waiting on Stu to kick it. And then I'm moving right in on Lisa Page, and she's going to make me do it. Lisa Page made me do it. I'm moving in, Stu. I'm coming for you, Stu. I'm coming for your goodies. Your kids are going to look good with a last name of Prather. I'm telling you, we might live in sin for 6 months. Who knows?
I didn't think that much about it. I'm going to move a little back closer to her.
Are you? There you go. Third time's the charm. I hope you got that life insurance paid up on old Stuart.
I know.
Hey, wearing a face covering, physical distancing, and hand washing are not the only ways that people can protect themselves from COVID-19. You can eat a healthy diet. It's essential to building a strong immune system as well. That way your body's less susceptible to infection. Well, according to Carlin Rafey, a registered dietitian and professor at Virginia Tech's College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, coincidentally, Field of Greens, guess what? Old Rafey'd be happy about this. It is filled with all of these fruits and vegetables packed with 18 clinically researched essential fruits and vegetables, plus green tea, ginger, turmeric, and beets. It's like having a bunch of fresh fruits and vegetables in a jar. Additionally, Field of Greens can support heart health, your immune system, metabolism, blood pressure, and digestion, plus prebiotic, probiotic. It's all you need. It's good for everybody, even the little kids in your house and the young athletes. Put a scoop in a glass of water, stir it up, drink it. It's delicious, and you are done. Move on with your day. BrickHouseChad.com will get you 15% off your first order with promo code CHAD. I spell it Chad at checkout. This is the easiest and fastest way to start living a healthier life. Available in multiple flavors. BrickHouseChad.com. That's BrickHouseChad.com. Promo code Chad. We'll be right back. Yeah, we are back. Oh, the lovely redheaded lady sitting next to me in the hot seat, Chrissy Mayer.
Ooh,
funny comedian.
Thanks
Look
for
at that.
having me.
I'm glad you're here, all the way from New York City.
I've thawed out. It was a little rough in my hotel for a few days. I had to walk around looking for hot coffee.
Yeah.
I had to get in my bed. I went shopping at the Tom Thumb with just like the light of my cell phone. It was like completely dark. And then when I got back to my hotel, I'm like, I didn't steal anything. I probably could have.
You're slipping. It's like you're redeemable or something. It's
But
weird.
as a New Yorker, can you back us up? I mean, somebody who's in this all the time. That was bad.
It was
right?
pretty bad, especially for like there's not even, you guys don't even have one plow in this whole state, not even for a rainy
Just a bunch
day.
of caterpillars.
No.
That's how we were scraping our
No,
streets.
that's how we survived. We got plowed.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
We were in line at the Raising Cane's chicken place, and I was like, it was still full. Like, drive-through was totally full, car after car. Like, we don't care. Like, we're going to see how our cars do in the snow. And then I see just like a truck full of Mexicans like pull over. They all get out. They took their landscaping tools out, flipped them upside down. They took their rakes, flipped them upside down, and that's what they used to like push and scrape the snow off. And I was like, I was blown away. I was like,
I know.
very proud.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. The fact that Mexicans can function in that kind of weather is insane. DC knows what I'm talking about. You know what? It was bad. I mean, it was bad for a lot of reasons, and it wasn't because of what the weather did. It's kind of what everything else did with the shutdowns and all of the craziness and stuff. There was a lot of people who really I can't complain. I was blessed. I was fortunate in that regard. Got stranded in a couple of places, but.
Well, for us, it started with a 132 car pileup.
That was horrible.
Whoa.
It was awful.
That was horrible. We were actually on our way to the airport to go do a show in Nashville. And that had happened like almost simultaneously on the ride to the airport. And so we were everybody that's going, Party Foul Steve and Allison, everybody knows Allison. Everybody was checking on each other. Is everybody okay? And because it happened about a mile north of where I live.
Wow.
That close.
Yeah, it was like an exit up.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Yeah, bad deal. So, but I'm glad you're in Texas. That's why, everybody that comes to Texas, if I like you, I'm always like, just move to Texas.
That's what everybody says. Everyone's like, get out of New York. But I'm like, the bagels.
The bagels. And you got to come down here and get our crappy donuts and our beautiful kolaches. It's a good exchange if you think about it. But I get it. I mean, it's kind of a hard thing. But once people come down here and they see the glory, which is Texas, well, you didn't get a chance to experience that.
I'm experiencing a little bit of glory. Like, it was very warm out today.
Yeah, like 70 degrees. Like, we went from 10 to 70 like that.
It was like 9 the other day. I was like, this is, and I remember I like totally threw it in my friends' faces. I was like, haha, I'm going to Texas. You guys are going to have snow. And then I get here on Sunday and I'm like, oops. I brought
Joke's on me.
Joke's on me.
But you came down, you've been touring, which is great. I love it when comedians are able to go out and work. You came down and had some shows at Hyenas in Dallas.
Yeah, they were great. We were sold out last night, Saturday night, and like Friday night I thought was going to be dicey, but like 90 people showed up. It was great. Yeah.
Yeah. We were down at Horseshoe Bay outside of Austin. What's that, about 40 miles west of Austin?
Yep.
Marble Falls area, Horseshoe Bay. And it's a private resort. People had to be staying there to come to the shows. We did a Saturday and Sunday night. This was a week ago. And it was sold out both nights were sold out. Saturday night was sold out and people showed up. And then Sunday night when it was hitting, we had we might have had 100 people in there because it was dicey.
Wow.
It's dicey. And you got to take this big long river road to get down there to it. And it was a little sketchy. So I'm glad you're here, though. Glad you're doing the shows.
I love being here. Yeah, I was really excited to see all the cactuses and pools, but
pools, they're surviving. All because of the prayers of one Tim DiDonato.
Cacti.
Yeah.
These people don't live on the same planet. Glenn Beck. Where was Glenn Beck in Snowmageddon? I loved how Glenn went live or something, did a deal. He did some Instagram video. Something. Glenn was talking. And he was in front of like his house being remodeled.
Yeah.
Like the fireplace.
Yeah.
Was back there with no mantle. He was trying to make it look like he was suffering. Glenn made a comment the other day on a show where he said, it's that time of year where everybody remodels their house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, WTF, Glenn? You're the only one. You probably have a sprinkler system in your house too, Glenn.
And he's been remodeling his house for the last year.
Yeah.
So those remodels have extended into every single room of his house. And there's a lot of rooms in his house.
Yeah, well, apparently a lot of the parts haven't arrived from Europe yet.
We laugh, but
There's
it's true.
still some Italian marble that's lost somewhere in the Mediterranean.
Stressed hardwood from Italy.
Yeah.
Hashtag pray for
Leonardo da Vinci had sex right here on this piece of wood. That's his ass print. Now it's coming in Glenn's house.
Usually when I lose my wood, it means something totally different. We got to call it a night.
Oh, my God. I love it. Take your Field of Greens, folks. You'll never lose your wood again. These comments have not been approved by the Food and Drug Administration. But no, you've been hanging with our buddy Tim Young a little bit.
Yeah, we're doing some shows together.
Yeah.
We're going on the road this year. Big tour coming up. We're working on a website specifically for those dates, but they're all on my website, chrissymayer.com. We're coming to Nashville, Wisconsin, Oklahoma City. So we're getting around.
Yeah, chrissymayer.com is where you need to go, MAYR.com. Chrissy, CHR. This is for those of you listening, because you have those names that could go either way in the spelling. CHRISSY, MAYR.
It used to be with a Y until I hit 7th grade, and I wanted to mix up my image, so I went IE.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to be a Debbie with an I or a Debbie with an IE. So I just went with Deb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Lisa Page.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was good. Lisa, Leesa or Lysa. I was trying to just keep it. I want people to just be able to.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about the Bergier household. Nobody in there uses their real name.
Oh,
Nobody uses their real name.
It's true.
Stu's name ain't Stu.
Nope.
Lisa Page, you made that shit up.
Totally.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it, man. These are people that were born for stardom.
Fooled
love
ya.
If I could go back, I would use a stage name.
Yeah, me too. I didn't think of it. It would have been great.
I would have definitely used a pseudonym, like totally.
Yeah.
Especially with the shit I catch.
Yeah.
You know.
Wonder-
You catch a lot because you've kind of had a little political journey.
Oh, I have. I came out of college. I was like card-carrying feminist, like mega liberal, like doing all the right things that would have you succeed in comedy in Hollywood. And but I guess it wasn't happening. And then I grew up. I grew into my own sense of humor, which was less, politically correct jokes. And then the people that were more fun to hang out with also had that sense of humor. Right. And then I got, a show at Compound Media, and now people are calling me like a conservative shill. And
You grifter.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a big grifter. I'm a big like domestic terrorist now because I was like in D.C. on January 6th, but I just was like taking videos, doing interviews, seeing people's costumes.
Yeah.
There was a guy in a skeleton costume that had a sign that said, "I voted for Biden 9 times." So it's like those are the kind of people I like to see and meet.
You're such a horrible human.
Yeah.
Such a terrible person. We post every now and then, we have a whole line of apparel called Unapologetic Patriot. Every time I put it on there, some guy the other day said, Unapologetic Confederate. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? I mean, these people are reaching so hard with this stuff. Now we're Confederates, which is another way, I guess, of it's a multi-syllable, it's more syllables to say you're racist, right? Because racist wasn't enough. Now we need more syllables. Now you're a Confederate. You're 4 syllables in. That's the kind of shit
They're
I think
bored.
about.
There's like no more Trump. So it's like they're grasping
And
at straws.
you know who's as bad as anybody is the conservatives, the quote unquote conservatives. They are so bitter over the election that they don't have anybody to go after anymore. And they're so frustrated. Now they're going after each other.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny. They're going after each other. And this is like, you can't please anybody at this point in time.
No.
And I always give the left a hard time because I say, with the cancel culture and all that, they're devouring each other. And just give it time. Now Kendall Jenner, she's catching a bunch of crap.
Oof.
Because she's got a tequila. And
she started a tequila company, and she did it while being white.
Yeah. Or whatever she is. I guess she's white.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's white.
She's Chris and
Bruce.
Now
Bruce
Caitlyn. Yeah.
Formerly
so she
Bruce.
doesn't have the Arabian in her.
Oh. There's no Robert Kardashian there.
Nope.
And she started tequila and she wasn't supposed to because she's white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we can't be white now, Natalie. We have to.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember, like
Can't
last week.
apologize for existing every day.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. That's why we're unapologetic people. We don't apologize. I love what my buddy Kevin Wade said the other day. Some guy said, "Well, you're just mean an unapologetic Confederate and blah blah blah. You're posting the stuff." And Kevin Wade said, "Well, guess what? He's not going to do. Not going to apologize. We don't apologize for a damn thing around here. I don't care if you're white, black, gay, straight, fat, skinny, redheaded." Trans.
Hey.
I don't care if you're, you know my feelings on redheads. I don't care if you're a Jim or a Jay or a Jur or whatever you identify. I don't care what. I mean, I love what Jesse Payton, our buddy, comedian Jesse Payton that travels with me, says all the time. He's like, y'all want a civil war? We have all the guns. Y'all are still fighting over pronouns. So that's exactly the truth. We're going to make fun of you. I mean, if you're a dude, you got a wiener, and you can't figure out what to do with your wiener, and you don't want your wiener anymore, you deserve ridicule.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
I'll tell you what you can do with it.
Hey! That's my girl.
What?
I love when former feminists come on the show.
Well, it's so easy to be a feminist until you need a shelf hung, and then you're like, "Come back!
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean what I said. Take my air conditioner out of the window."
I was kidding. I didn't mean what you could do with your dick. Yeah.
We do need you.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, when that snow piles up, and trust me, I like having a good man around. I love having a good man around because I ain't doing anything. I've taken my lazy to a whole new level. I have hit default mode and taken it right back to lazy. I have. I
Not
don't
in
wanna,
these boots.
I don't want to do anything. I mean, I just wear dirty boots. I didn't get them dirty. I paid a guy.
It does look like you work a job in those boots.
I know. I come out here. I smell like a man. I smell like a little boy that's been playing in the yard.
That's all that bar hopping in the stockyards.
Exactly. I just sweat the booze out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I haven't had a drink in 10 days.
I'm proud of you.
Really?
Wow, I haven't won in 10
I had
hours.
all of your drinks then.
But was that on purpose?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was on purpose because my belly was kind of acting up.
Okay.
And so I was like, and then the gout, of course. And so I quit drinking whiskey, which was weird. I quit drinking whiskey months and months and months ago. Haven't touched that stuff. The one time I did, I had another gout flare up, and I was like, you can't do that. I was walking around. I had to go to Nashville. I went on a walker. I had a walker.
Oh my gosh.
A
How do you
walker.
have gout and you're not 65 years old?
I've had it for years. It's just weird. It gets into my ankles. And I mean, like it is crippling. It's a bad deal. And don't start telling me to drink cherry
That's
juice.
because
And
your
all that
mama's
crap. Trust me.
No.
praying for you to get sick every time you put liquor on your lips.
Well, I'm gonna slap my mama. Party time, mom. I don't know. It's just weird, and I can't figure. I don't know. I'm getting old. Like I'm not old. I'm just older. They can still work. They just don't work as well. Like, I can still masturbate, but it gives me heartburn.
Yeah. I wake up, I'm like, oh, my back hurts. Like, well, it's still I didn't do anything.
Yeah. Like, I was putting a T-shirt in the drawer yesterday, so I exerted myself. Like, the other day, I was putting together, I don't have a fireplace at my place, and so I bought one of those little electric heaters that glows like a fireplace, and I built this little cabinet for it to go in. I say I built it. I IKEA built it. You're right. I assembled it with instructions. Mm-hmm. And I was just bending over doing all this stuff, and I woke up the next day, and I was like, I can't walk. I can't even walk. My hamstrings. It was my hamstrings.
Were you guys seeing, like, during the blackout? These were all over social media. They were telling us, like, oh, make a little heater, like get a terracotta pot, put candles under it with concrete, with bricks. I'm like, nobody has any of that stuff here.
No.
Like, what?
No.
Just make a little heater. I'm like, okay, let me make a little fire in my hotel room. Like, okay.
Here's the thing. It stands to reason. Logic tells me that if I got a terracotta pot, I got a yard.
Yeah.
If I got a yard, I'm building a bonfire.
Yeah.
I'm out there doing that. Yeah, but it was freaking cold. And I'm the world's biggest wuss when it comes to cold. Just don't like it. Can't deal with it. So once I get cold, I stay cold.
Same.
Samesies. Sometimes I can tell when you're cold. Hey, will you be prepared for the next financial crisis? Our economy is already fragile because of COVID-19, so it won't take much to start an avalanche in the stock market, a run on banks, freezing of credit cards, and a general collapse of the financial system. God forbid, I sound like Glenn Beck. As we recently saw, the first thing you'll see are food shortages, and that's why you need to be prepared ahead of time. So go and ask yourself, could you go weeks or months without being able to buy food? Not unless you stockpile emergency food from My Patriot Supply, which is America's leader in survival food. And I might add, survival food doesn't sound that appetizing, but it really is delicious. I got a lot of it, and sometimes I eat it because I want to. Right now, save $70 off their popular 4-week food kit that gives you over 2,000 calories a day. It's going to stay fresh for up to, listen to me, 25 years in proper storage. Go to preparewithchad.com. Sounds like fun. Preparewithchad.com. You're going to get the emergency food you need before the next emergency. Your 4-week food kit will arrive discreetly at your door in a few days. Now's the time to prepare for the unexpected. So go to preparewithchad.com. Do it today. Go to preparewithchad.com. We'll be right back. Proud of you, Steve.
What'd I do now?
Well, things I'm proud of. You've done a lot of things, but the things I'm proud of. I like this new koozie you came up with, the Party Foul Pub.
Yeah.
And Party Foul Nation. Good.
I'm always throwing ideas.
I designed one of those logos. You designed the other one.
Yep.
I like it.
My drink tastes better with this koozie on it.
Totally ripped my logo off.
That's a good koozie right there.
Yeah.
I know where you ripped yours off from too, but it looks good. I'm not going to say.
I changed more than 33% of it. I think that's the rule of thumb.
Yeah. Where do you get these? Do we know yet? Call you?
Oh, partyfoulpub.com.
Partyfoulpub.com.
Yeah.
Makes you want to drink in the woods.
I know.
Yeah.
I live in Johnson County, so
it's like, why'd you make them camouflage? Cause I hunt. Well, you drop that in the woods, you gonna hunt.
That's exactly right.
That you need to give her one because her hair goes with the font.
Her hair is lovely.
Thank you.
Green shirt. It's just that was meant for her.
Lovely.
I dried it under a wind turbine. They finally melted.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
25% of our energy economy went into green energy. Our favorite governor, Greg Abbott, he even got him a little trophy for being a green governor. Good for him.
Probably got a big check from somebody, too, for being a green
Steve
governor.
said it, I didn't say it.
I'll say it. There's somebody paid
But
him
you're
somewhere.
probably right. And these politicians, man, like they can't get out of their own way. Like Greg Abbott, okay, he's stumbling and fumbling around in these press conferences, and people sending me messages going, are you sure you want to do that? And I'm like, you ain't going to catch my ass stumbling and fumbling around when it comes to words. I'm sorry about that. And I'm also not going to be political with you. I'm not going to sit there and hem-haw around and tell you how, we're going to do this, and diplomatically we're going to, and then provincially, and then we're going to walk into a surplus of all. And I mean, look, we f***ed up. All right? The bottom line is we just straight up. That's what you do. You step up there, you look the Texas people in the eye, and you say, guys, we screwed up. I didn't do all the screwing up, but at the end of the day, I'm the governor, and I'm the one where the buck stops. And so I'm going to look into this stuff and find all the shady shit that was going on. And hey, we put 25% of our budget into these wind turbines that weren't prepared for any kind of weather storms at all, like this. So we're going to make sure that this never happens again. That's kind of the way I see myself in the governor's mansion, or speaking ex cathedra from the governor's office. That's kind of the way I want to do it as the Pope of Texas. But then you got Rick Perry. You got Rick Perry who says, well, Texans need to just toughen through this thing because we don't want federal overreach coming into Texas. We want to make sure that we remain our own entity. And I appreciate what Rick was saying, but that just ain't the way you say it, Ricky. That just ain't the way you say it. I love how Rick Perry said that we need to abolish the Department of Education or the Department of Energy. And then they made him Secretary of Energy, and he took the damn job. Anyway, what, Steve?
Well, no, what concerns me, I keep seeing these things, people's projected energy bill for next month.
Oh, yeah.
Being like $13,000, $14,000.
Yes.
Yeah, that happens to me. I'm done, guys. I'm out. Checking out.
Yeah.
That'd wipe me out.
Yeah. That's why.
More than I couldn't even,
And I'm going to give a shameless plug that I'll probably get in trouble with, but for Texans, I'm going to tell you, you need to go on energyogre.com. If you're in a deregulated place in Texas, and places like San Antonio and Lubbock, you're not deregulated, but like Dallas, Fort Worth, if you're in a deregulated place, you live in Texas, sign up with energyogre.com. They will cut your bill. I'm telling you, it'll cut your bill by 60%.
Well, hopefully, because I am part of that.
And then when you're on there,
hit with that.
Now you might have to switch companies every couple of months, but they'll do all that for you. And they won't. It's $10 a month, and they won't charge you.
Right. I think that's what we have.
Yeah.
Every month, the bill's different, but it's always cheaper.
It's always cheaper.
It just gets you the best
and
rate.
use what's our promo code? Watch Chad. Is Chad? Just mention Chad. They know where it goes. All right.
I spell it C-H-A-D.
C-H-A-D. And Gaston gets, our president of our network, he gets on to me. He's like, sounds like you're doing an ad read when you talking. No, I'm just helping people, G.
Yeah.
I'm just helping people.
That's what a future governor does.
That's what I do. I'm a giver, G. But I also make 10%.
I'm a giver and I give to myself.
They love me around the blaze.
It's easy to help when you get 10%.
They love me around the blaze. Right. Energyogre.com. But Ted Cruz, it was a bad look for Teddy. Teddy C took off with the family. Obviously had a vacation plan down to Can-Cruz. It happens. You know, wintertime, what could go wrong in the middle of February? It's time to, just kind of lay back with the fam. And you didn't know that a 100-year storm was going to hit. And boom, there's Ted all hunched over with his little, his little dad belly. And he's going with the family down to Can-Cruz.
Anybody listening or watching, if they could, they would have.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
And I've told this, we were talking before the show. I got stuck in Napa when Hurricane Harvey hit. And I went live from a vineyard where I was staying at the guest house. And I was talking about how Texans are suffering. It's not a great look, but I had a way for people to help. And I wanted to go live, and I talked about it, and people were like, can't believe you're in Napa. And I was coming straight home the next day. We were loading trucks. We were taking it down to all parts of Texas. It's a hard thing. Ted went to Can-Cruz. His excuse was he was getting his kids settled down there. It's not true, Ted. And he was going on vacation. And then he turned around and came right back. There's been leaked stuff from United Airlines where he changed his itinerary because he was supposed to be back on Saturday. He went down on Wednesday. He was supposed to be back on Saturday. He changed it. He came back to Thursday. United Airlines is actually investigating how this leaked information got out, so that's some BS right there.
Yeah.
He should have just stayed down there till Saturday because at that point the damage was already done.
Yeah.
Go ahead and finish your vacation.
Yeah, and don't apologize for it, I think.
Yeah, what is he going to do? Come back and start plowing?
What was he going to do?
What was he going to do?
Knocking the ice off the solar panels?
He's not going to come thaw my dog's water out. I mean, come on.
Right.
Thaw the dog. And it's like when I heard he's just dropping his daughters off in Mexico, I was like, damn, my dad won't even drive me to the airport.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what do you
Honey, I'll order you an Uber.
He wouldn't even walk me to my car if it's icy. I
What
was
a
like,
great dad.
He's either a great dad or the worst liar.
Hey, make yourself a sandwich on the way out, honey.
Yeah.
I think we got some PB&J. Play clip number 1 there, Mark.
Girls when they got the news that school was canceled this week, they said, "Look, why don't we take a trip? Let's go somewhere where it's not so cold."
Oh my God.
I love it.
Ted, I mean, he's got his cornrows in. I mean, the girl said, why don't we go somewhere?
He didn't have time to do a full head. He only
That's
could
like
do
culture appropriation or something.
There should be outrage over that.
Yes,
not
Look at that.
outrage.
Look at Teddy.
Wow.
Pop it back up there, man. Look at Teddy with the cornrows.
Oh my
I love
God.
it.
I think I
Anybody
could
that's
pull
ever
it
been
off.
on the
That's a
beach
good
in
look.
Cancun
That's
damn
what
well knows
happens.
what that is.
That's what happens.
Yeah, look at the little dreads in the back,
Emma,
little
come
baby
by and they're
dreads.
like,
Coming back.
Take me to Cancun. I'll do that.
Yeah.
They will
Yeah.
do that to your hair, all your hair in about 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'd
you
like
think
to
he
see
was-
you do that, Nat.
Do you think he was just chugging margs like at the airport? Like, just let me get in a little vacation while I
Yeah.
can.
Play, show the first shot there. Look at him right there, boy. Read that thing off, Steve.
I can't read that. I'll
Say,
have
you
a-
know your judgment is bad when this haircut is only the third worst decision you made this month.
Oh,
No.
That's a great
He's
haircut.
growing his little mullet out.
No. Is that for really?
is that really Jimmy
No.
Kimmel?
It's not real.
Those are.
Hey, hey,
And mine's not a mullet.
don't knock the
Soft.
mullet, guys.
He
Don't.
does such good hair.
Looks good.
He didn't
Oh my
have a
God,
mullet.
Steve.
I don't have a mullet.
Anytime the word mullet comes up, Steve has to pull the hat off.
He's got to show everybody that he does not
PSA.
have a mullet.
PSA.
He
every,
can't.
every picture I'm in on Facebook, somebody will make a comment
make a
about it.
comment.
Oh, look at the guy in the mullet. It's
Yeah.
not a mullet.
You just have long hair.
Yeah.
He has long
He has
hair.
good hair.
But
Now, I've had a few mullets in my life.
But you wear a hat, and so if you're wearing a hat, our buddy Randy Brown gets the same crap, and he's always the same way. It ain't a mullet. It's got long hair. If you're wearing a hat, people think it's a mullet. Look at Ted at the Capitol. Check this one out. Look at it. Get marks.
Ah, yes.
Look at Teddy. Oh
love
my God,
Just living his life.
that's hilarious. Carrying his little margarita out, big margarita.
Yeah.
Look at Ted Christie. Bam.
Love it.
Oh my God, sitting there. Look at Chris Christie's fupa.
Wow.
Look at that going on.
There's a
That's
lot
a
happening
lot of
there.
meat on Chris
Yeah.
Christie. That's a lot of flesh. Ted's just hanging out at the beach. He went down to get us some sun, y'all. That's all.
Who doesn't love a little Cancun?
And look what happened. He brought it right back.
Yep.
He
It is warmer
did.
It
since he
is
got
warmer.
back.
Man, he
7
came
degrees,
right back,
Chrissy.
started serving barbecue like the next day.
Yeah.
Yep.
to
Dude,
the
he was out
firemen.
there. He was out there loading firewood. I always love, like, you see how my sleeves are rolled up? That's the politician. I'm here to be the regular guy.
Yeah.
Anytime you see the politician with the sleeves
Oh,
rolled
yeah,
up,
it's happening.
Right.
that's the whole deal.
It
It's
got
like you're
serious.
ready to roll up your sleeves.
Yeah,
And
he
work.
had his little sweatshirt on. It was pushed up. Oh, my gosh. We got more of those to get to. I want to welcome a brand new sponsor, my good friends, Brave Experience. They offer 100% natural grass-fed beef snacks like Angus beef jerky, protein bites, and sticks from American cattle ranchers. They're delicious. I've got every flavor. I've got boxes of them. Love them, love them, love them. These are good friends of mine. Brave Experience is as passionate about your health as they are our heroes. Therefore, creating a culture of health was a huge part of their mission, which is why Brave Experience only uses beef raised by American ranchers. Brave Experience is all natural and 100% free of artificial ingredients, gluten, nitrates, MSG, and any added hormones. And by the way, I didn't mess that up. It's nitrites and nitrates. So he doesn't have any of that in there. No antibiotics, and it tastes as pure as the mountains and the plains that it comes from. Zero carbs, zero sugars, high protein, gluten-free snacks. They're keto and paleo approved. Brave Experience is worthy of the hero in all of us. They're also proud to be a part of a give back brand, they are a give back brand, which is beautiful, that has a positive impact on the world by honoring and celebrating American heroes. They strive to recognize, honor, encourage, edify, and empower those who have served or are serving our country by giving them a dream experience. A portion of the proceeds from each sale benefit these American hero dream experiences. So I encourage you. Visit brave-experience.com. That's brave-experience.com. Use promo code CHAD2022. They know what's up. They know what's up. CHAD2022 to get 22% off your first order. That's brave-experience.com. Use promo code CHAD2022. Live natural and free with Brave Experience. Check them out now. Be right back. Oh, Teddy Cruz, Teddy Cruz. You know, the thing about Ted Cruz, and I love Ted Cruz, don't get me wrong. Interesting personality there. Interesting. I don't know if you've ever met him or been around him or anything like that. Ted's super smart. I mean, the guy had the Constitution memorized at like 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has a big head.
Big old head. He's a smart guy. Like the last person on the planet I would want to debate is Ted Cruz. I mean, he's just a sharp guy. But when it comes to like being that normal, everyday, hanging out with you dude, little plastic. Little plastic, Teddy. And look, I'll hang with you, Ted. I'll hang with you all you want, bud. But little plastic.
That's the way he came across in 2016.
Well, yeah.
And that's kind of.
And that's why he grew the beard. And he's got the little mullet thing going, a little longer hair. I wouldn't mess with the guy. He's a genius. Like maybe smartest guy in America.
I think he needs to come hang with me for a couple of weeks, kind of
dumb it down.
Dumb it down, get some street cred.
Oh, by the way, I have a great business opportunity for you.
I'm in.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start renting out Party Foul Steve. Yeah. So what happens was, the Saturday night show, this couple comes up to me and they were like, such an honor to meet you. We're big fans and blah, blah, blah. It was a humbling experience. And they said, we had the honor of having Party Foul Steve sit at our table during the entire show. They were back there kind of where the apparel and the merch stuff is. Yep. And Steve was hanging out back there. And I saw him back there, and they go, we had the honor of having, if you'd have told us we were coming to this show and Party Foul Steve was going to sit at our table the entire night, we would have paid double to get, and I'm like, bingo! Capitalism!
It should be triple, because they after partied with us, went down the street to the other bar.
Oh, yeah?
They hung with us till,
So you got to do that for a fee. So what we're going to do is like an evening with Party Foul Steve. I'll put him on a plane. I'll put him on a plane, one of those 777s where the engines are busting. I'll put him on one of those planes, and we'll ship him to Kenosha or wherever.
Party.
And just to come hang. Y'all have the party. We'll send Party Foul Steve.
I ain't cheap.
No, he's not cheap. He ain't cheap, and I won't make a dime off of it. We'll charge the travel. We'll get Steve out there and let him come out there, and I promise you, he will get obliterated with you. He will drink. No, that's the deal. He's got to come drink.
Yeah, I will. I'll sit on the back porch.
He's got to come. You got to provide. You got to provide the booze. You got to provide a couple of cigars, and he will come and he will hang. He will regale you with tales from his childhood in Corrigan, Texas. He will teach you how to borrow the neighbor's tractor, how to avoid prison. He will talk about his time in Operation Cleanup, Desert Cleanup, when he was sweeping the desert. After Desert Storm. This guy is chock full of stories.
Worth every penny.
He will shit in your front yard. He will puke in your toilet. He will violate your dog. And he will steal
all
your
of Chad's
hamster.
secrets.
But you think I'm kidding. Send all inquiries to Allison at watchchad.com. That is Allison with one L. Allison, everybody knows Allison at watchchad.com. Slap up number 4 there, Mark. Oh, there's Snowflake. Snowflake, that's the name of their dog. Yeah. Snowflake watches as Ted Cruz digs his own grave. And that was part of the thing, was they left Snowflake at home to go to Can-Cruz. And that was another controversy because there was nobody there watching the dog.
That's from that movie.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. About that guy that eats people.
Yeah. Where's your skin?
They got a dog named Snowflake. That in and of itself is comedy gold.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
great.
it makes you wonder who the dog votes for, you know?
I bet the dog's going, Ted, I love you. You feed me, but you're pretty plastic.
House divided.
You're a little one-dimensional, Ted. You and Heidi.
You think he rolls up his sleeves to feed his own dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
In the
Maybe
backyard picking up
Snowflake.
dog
Ted's
shit.
got people for that.
Maybe the dog leaked the texts. Maybe that's he's the mole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tapped in. Knew his
There it
United
is.
number. He ain't lying, Ted, anymore. He's flying, Ted. Put up number 5, Mark. Look at this movie poster. Not without my daughters. Look at that face.
What a
That
good
is
dad.
classic right there.
What a good
I
dad.
love people's creativity.
Yeah.
I just love it. Look at him walking with the bag down there at the bottom.
How old are his daughters?
I don't know. They're teenagers, right?
Yeah, you could probably
They're
go
in
with
their
the
When you
20s.
let your kids go to
Are
Cancun?
they younger? They are younger, aren't they?
But then
Yeah.
they go with the mom too.
Yeah, but the school had already reached out to the Cruz family saying that they would have to be required to stay home for 2 weeks upon returning to America.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool with that
Yeah.
too.
We live in a weird world, man. Chrissy, we live in a
We do. It's weird.
weird world. But it's good for us because we can make fun of all of
Oh,
it.
it's great. We're
It's good.
cleaning up.
Yeah.
They're 12 years old and 10.
How old?
12 and 10 years old.
I thought they
all
were
right.
teenagers. Okay, so they are
kind of
little.
young.
So when he said going to drop the
Yeah,
girls
drop
off, he
them
meant his
off.
wife
Yeah.
Yeah.
and nanny.
Right, because Heidi got slack too because she invited her friends, and that was a big headline. The New York Post put it at like, Heidi invites friends to Cancun. It was a scandal to them. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that must have been it. It was a girls' trip or something. Well, who knows?
Who knew her first name? I didn't.
I don't know.
I didn't know.
Who, Heidi?
Yeah.
I knew Heidi's. Of course, everybody knows Heidi.
Except
We know you don't.
Okay, I was going to say.
We know you don't. Do you know Mike Pence's wife's name?
No.
See, exactly.
I only know Biden's. Isn't it Jill?
There you go.
That was his babysitter when she was 15 or something. Is that true?
Oh.
I read a meme. I saw a meme on the internet.
She was the nanny.
the nanny. But when she was like 15,
She was the babysitter.
and he was 30, and now they're married.
Ew.
Wait, what?
Yeah, is that true? I saw a meme.
No.
See, he saw a meme. He saw a meme. We'll let you
where
do
I get
your
my
own
news.
research on that because I want you to put up number 6. John Cornyn, I'm the worst senator that Texas has ever had. Ted Cruz, hold my Corona beer. Sorry, John Cornyn, you're still the worst Texas senator ever. Oh, that's god-awful, John Cornyn. Put up number 7. Oh, here we go. Ted Cruz's office trying to figure out how to spin this trip to Cancun. Antifa kidnapped my wife. What's the far one say? My
My
daughters?
daughters made me do it.
Daughters made me do it. Yeah, it's a no-win for Ted.
Aw.
It's a no-win for Ted. I mean, you know.
He
It shouldn't even be an
apologized. He
Yeah,
stepped
but he shouldn't
up.
have apologized. Just say it was a bad look. Maybe did the wrong thing, but I wouldn't apologize.
No, he should have just said, look, sorry.
Yeah.
It was going to be too much to cancel my trip, so we went anyway. Sorry.
We went, you know, miles and stuff. Hang tight. We'll be right back. At Chrissy Mayer on social media. Go follow her. Give her some love. And ChrissyMayer.com. When's your next show?
Ooh, I'm going to be headlining the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Love that place.
Actually,
Love
next
it.
Sunday, February 28th.
Those are good people right there.
Very good people.
Love that place. Love the owner. Fun crowd always, New Brunswick. Go around the corner to the hot dog place.
Ooh.
The dog house.
Yes.
It's not the dog house. It's something,
It's something
similar
else,
to that.
but it's
they have gourmet
gourmet.
hot dogs.
Wow.
They got like 60 to choose from. And they're all represented. You got the international and then you got the national. So every city or like you name a major city in the world and they've got a hot dog designed after what you think that would be.
I thought you meant like different kinds of meat, like a raccoon hot dog
No,
or something.
they do have some of that, but
They
not
have a little
raccoon.
variety on the type.
like,
of-
I'd
There is
anything.
some New Jersey river rat.
Ooh.
Yeah, down in New Orleans we call that nutria.
New York pizza rat. Yeah.
Yeah, but go check that out. It's right around the corner. Steve and I ate there 3 times in a 2-night set.
Yep.
It's delicious. But that Stress Factory, good. Y'all check her out. ChrissyMayer.com has all the information. She's got big things coming up.
Oh, yeah. Big things. Big tour. I'm just trying to do what I can so I don't have to start an OnlyFans.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
do that. I am my only fan. I've discovered.
I think I'm going to start only bans, like just all from the people that have been banned off
I keep
social
trying
media.
I keep trying to convince people that when it shows up on my bank account that's not just porn. It's not just porn.
You're supporting small business.
Supporting small business. That's what it's going to do. Speaking of supporting folks, go over to watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. Get your Snowvid 21 t-shirt. And I encourage people, I'll tell you, independent. I don't know if you guys, while we weren't on here, the New York Times did a kind of a hit piece article on right-wing conservative folks. Our own Glenn Beck was the main focus on that. Pay attention to independent media. And we should have done this last night, and I'd be remiss because we haven't been on air. God bless you, Rush Limbaugh. Rest in peace. A great, great loss to conservative talk and to the world in general. We love y'all. God bless. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.